It's spring and I want to get the cars all pretty like me, so I picked up CQUARTZ UK ceramic coating and I'm going to try it on my car. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. I'm out in my garage with this CQUARTZ. I think that's how you pronounce it. It says CQUK 3.0. I've noticed that they actually have a few different types of ceramic coating, and it comes in this little tiny bottle. I'm so used to getting like a big jar of turtle wax and slathering it on the car and then taking forever to polish it off. But ceramic coatings are the new rage, and I know graphene is out too, but I've seen kind of mixed things about them. But ceramic coating has been proven to be pretty darn good. Now, I've got my Ghibli right here, and I've gotten everything off it. Actually, I hired a guy to help me actually do the prep on this, so we've got it down to just the clear coat. So there's nothing on top of it, no wax, no old coatings, no sprays, nada. And so hopefully this will help this bond. In fact, if I kind of rub my fingers, you can hear it kind of squeaking because there is no protection on there at all. So not only do I want to see if this provides protection, you know, sheeting of water, that kind of thing, but I just feel better having it on there. And I'm hoping that it will also give me a nice shine. So let's see how easy this is to apply for a doof in his garage and see what it looks like. All right, so here in my garage, and I thought I would start with just a little panel here on the top. Now, it is 60 degrees ambient temperature, but I am inside, so no sunlight. So it's probably in the high 50s, I'm guessing, in here. What we get is the little bottle, CQUK. You can see it's not sliding around because there is no protection on this car. We get a little applicator, hard foam, and a little soft foam side. We also get this microfiber cloth, and we also get in here some of these little microfiber covers that I think you will put like on the soft side here and just wrap it around, and then you will just dab the ceramic coating onto it. I've also put on a pair of nitrile gloves here so that I don't get crusty hands. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna open up this bottle, and now I'm just gonna dab a few drops onto the applicator here. And I'm just gonna spot it around here first. And now I'm just going to go back and forth. And then I'm going to go up and down. Make sure we cover every little bit. And then I'm going to wait 2 minutes. What I'm looking for here is for it to rainbow and pull a little bit. And then I'm going to use the microfiber to go ahead and knock it down so that you don't get any of these streaks here. You don't want those to build up because they can be kind of hard. So that looks pretty good. I think 2 minutes and counting, and we will check it out. My timer just went off for the 2 minutes here, so I'm gonna just go ahead and see if I can knock this down, polish it out, and man, it kind of polishes easy. I still saw some of the streaking on there, but especially with the towel they include there, man, it's just gone. Looks like glass, and woo, all right, it's pretty slick already, but I think we need to give this car the rest of the treatment and then let it cure overnight. So I'm gonna finish this up and then we'll check it out outside. All right, finished up the car and want to show you the results and also give you some of my final thoughts, which are probably numerous. So, went ahead and applied the CQUK 3.0, did one coat of it yesterday, so let it cure overnight in the garage, you know, like I said, 50, 60 degrees, nothing super hot, didn't sit out in the sun, but I think it looks good, man. And I would say that it goes on really easily. As I showed you, when you apply it and you wait the 2 minutes for it to flash and then wipe it off, it actually comes off really easily. I actually was afraid that it might be a little gummy or sticky and you might have to put a little muscle into it, but it wipes off really easily, and it almost wipes off so easily that I kind of feel like it's just removing it, but apparently it's on there, so that is a good sign. So if you are comparing this to the old school, putting on carnauba wax and then trying to buff it off and knocking down those high spots, this is a lot easier and it doesn't create all of the dust. But one of the things that I did notice is that on some of these areas I am seeing the little white flecks, and I do get a little bit of this white speckling, which is just dust, but that actually is a good sign to me that some of the silica in here has turned into kind of crystals. And so that seems to say that this stuff is legit and has that silica in there. Now, I will also say that what I think is that it doesn't get as smooth or as glossy as something like a wax or one of the polymer sprays. It does feel now more slippery than it did yesterday. So 10 hours later, this feels kind of smooth, like my fingers aren't grabbing it. I can't even get them to grab it. So if I were to put a towel on here, it might slide off. But if this were waxed, I'd be able to put a towel almost on the flat spots and have it just slide all the way off because it just gets so slippery and there's such a high gloss to it. So one of the things that I will do here is I am actually planning on putting some bead maker on top of it just to kind of bring out that gloss. You can see kind of where that dried silica is. I'll probably have to wipe all that off, but like I said, that's a good sign. The other thing to keep in mind here is that I only did one coat. Now, I probably would have done 2 coats, but this is my last little microfiber cloth that wraps around the sponge. And so if you are going to do a couple of coats, these things go pretty fast, and I would order a second set of these so that you have them so that you can keep working. So this is actually the weakest link in the process for me. Maybe I used more than I should have, but that is what ended up happening. Now, I will also show you here that after one coat, look how much of this ceramic I have left. You know, 55% of the bottle. So this stuff goes a long way. Could I do 2 coats on this car, which has a lot of real estate, a lot of surface area? You bet I could. That is for sure. So I am really impressed about how far this gets stretched, and I really like it. It's super easy to apply, but my guess here is that the priority for this is protection. It's not necessarily to provide the slipperiness, the gloss. I think those are meant to be handled by other products particularly, but this is a really easy way to add that ceramic protection to any car, vehicle, boat, motorcycle, whatever, and it's not that expensive. So I think this was like 79 bucks, and it got good reviews, and so far I'm really happy with it. Hey, if you want to pick up the CQ UK 3.0 ceramic coating for your vehicle, I'll put a link to it in the description. Peter Von Panda, out.
We can discover more and explore so much deeper. We can live better than ever thanks to Peter Von Panda.